with nothing but a Bible and a bicycle.
Books on the shelf, dusty and worn, tales of the wars of lives reborn, wisdom and wonder, words to ignite, truth in the pages, dark turns to light, but as the Bible's glow shines so bright, a story of hope through the night. Bibles and books on the shelf, yeah, stories of faith in a rebel show. Hey! Turn the pages, hear them call, books and Bibles for us all.
Shalom, shalom, my chaverim. Greetings, friends and family. Got a little helper today, no beans here. He's lapdogging it. So we'll see if we can get through this video or not. Anyway, I got this here shelf, this bookshelf. It's got a lot of books on it, Bibles, etc. But it's just a clutter. It's all mixed up. There's no organization to it. I have to dust and clean anyway. Yeah, it's that mundane stuff, but life's a chore. Anyway, I figured, hey, I'll go through this bookshelf, try to arrange it in some kind of order, kind of share with you what's on my bookshelf. If you're not into that kind of thing, see you later. But if you are, let's get started. All right, guys. I don't know how we're gonna work with these camera angles, but here we go. All right, Beans. Yo, you can come over here too if you want to get on here. Look at here. That's one of them there wooden, you put your book on it, but I don't really have a place to display it. So, this here is from my mom's. It's a really nice piece of jewelry with my initials on it. Don't ask, but it's much too nice for everyday wear, so I keep it here until I get all fancied up, Then we'll wear it. I don't know why I'm talking in that accent. Oh, one of the little Gospels of John. Keep around handy. Box of outreach stuff. Bunch of bracelets, some of my favorite bracelets. Keep them around. Oh, one of the classic, another one of the, they're everywhere. All little prophecies of the Messiah. For the Jewish brothers and sisters that haven't heard about Yeshua yet. I should hang these up. Maps of Paul's journey. Same thing for Jesus. And we got a bunch of little, outreach cards, bookmarks for different occasions. So we'll put that all back in there. Close her back up. Oh boy. It's the bag for my shofar. And my brush for cleaning my shofar. Don't know what a shofar is? Well, you should. All right, what we got here? All right, the holy days, God's master plan. Do you believe the true gospel? The gospel Yeshua preached. Restored original Christianity. Oh, this is the pamphlet that came with the shofar. It's got the Shema, Hear, O Israel. It tells a little bit about the shofar, how it was made, so forth. We'll keep that around. We'll put that in that random box there. Oh, and here's the beginning of books that I haven't read yet. But I picked up at the thrift store while out looking for Bibles. I thought they were interesting. We got Ryan Dobson's To Die For. Any of y'all out there ever read that yet? I haven't yet, but it sounded very interesting. The end of life as you know it is the beginning of life as you need it. Don't settle for average, get a life. It's to die for. Huh, there you have it. Divine Mercy by Drew Mariani. It's about some kind of ministry in Poland, but sounded interesting. Jesus Freaks. Well, just because, I dig their music. Thought that was pretty interesting. I don't know if you guys know who DC Talk is. Jesus Freaks. Anyway, it's pretty cool, right? Even got some provenance in there. Let's see. It's got the lyrics, different verses that it's based on. Oh, look at there. Want to learn more about how I can help today's persecuted church? Always. Anyway, there you have that. So we'll make a stack of unread books that are just casual reads. Like Jesus and Yahweh by Harold Bloom. The Name's Divine. We'll just make a stack of those. And then let's see what we got down here. Most of this up here is Bibles. So I know that. Christianity Cross-Examined. Is it rational, relevant, and good? By Kenneth Richard Samples. Decades ago, the toughest challenges Christians face from skeptics. Anyway. The Case for Christ, Lee Strobel. Come on. I'm sure a lot of you know that one. Anybody that's a believer or calls themselves a Christian's got to have heard of Lee Strobel. Now here's something that was interesting. I haven't done any of this, but The Purpose-Driven Life, and it's got it's by Zondervan, and it's got the actual book, and then it's got the Purpose-Driven Life Journal, Reflections, or What on Earth Am I Here For, by Rick Warren. I haven't really looked into that, but it's a nice little set. I'm going to do maybe feature that on a Bible review. Check it out. Are you out there familiar with that? The Purpose-Driven Life? Sounds kind of like some kind of old self-help or motivational stuff, doesn't it? But hey, who couldn't use an extra little motivation? And then more Lee Strobel, The Case for Faith and The Case for Christ, paperbacks. Should I separate paperbacks from hardbacks? Or is that just getting too OCD? Let's see. Bible Concordance. Everybody's got to have a Bible Concordance. This one here is Quick Notes by George W. Knight. Paperback. I thought this one was cool when I found it at the thrift store. The Illustrated Life of Jesus. I haven't looked at it real close, but I've browsed through it a little bit. And it's basically the story of Jesus, and it's got all kinds of pictures of the places where he was and where he preached his ministry and what it looks like now and the history of it, taking you through it. And of course it's got, hold on, I know what I saw. Look at there. There's a map of Jerusalem in Jesus' day. Map of Judea. Maps, folks. You know how I feel about maps. And look, the spine isn't even cracked until I crack it. So, maybe we can feature some of these on the Bible, on a Bicycle Bible Review. I don't really got a lot of time to read these days because I spend most of my time over there editing videos for you folks. And I'm not complaining. Just saying. It's been a while since we've did a Bible review. Which brings me to something later on in this video. Bible Trivia, the complete book of Bible Trivia. What do I have marked here? So it's got little quizzes. Sometimes I include on the Bible reviews, we'll do a little thing in the community tab where I ask some quiz questions, and then at the bottom of the video, somewhere along the lines, it'll give you the answers. So that's good. People seem to enjoy that, but like I said, I haven't done a Bible review in such a long time. Been doing all these fan edits and so forth, focusing on the word itself instead of, thrifted Bibles. But maybe in 2025, eh? Bible history. This is an old hardback. Found this thrifted. Jensen, Hannah, and Sir Dominica. But look at that. Map of Palestine. Let's see what the year on this is. 1938. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that or not. 1938. And it's got a lot of providence. Somebody was making little sketches and notes in it. Pages are a little yellowed and, but I don't know. I just found it a little bit nostalgic and interesting. Even got, what's this got here? Look at that. Little homemade bookmark. Aw. That reminds me of the 70s when I was growing up. Hebrews 13, 5-6. Chuck it darn. There you have it. Haley's Bible Handbook. I've used this a number of times, a few occasions. Got one of our bookmarks in there. But it's a good study tool. The Holman Concise Bible Commentary. Another study resource. Standard Lesson Commentary for the KJV. It's a paperback there. The Complete Gospels by Robert J. Miller. Forward by Robert W. Funk. Thought that'd make for an interesting read. And old Bart Ehrman there. We got this a number of years ago. I browsed through it, but I'm not a big fan of Bart as he goes through the New Testament. He's a pretty good scholar when it comes to the, biblical scholarly parts, but who am I kidding? He's trash. I think we're gonna get rid of that one. Complete Idiot's Guide to the Bible. Maybe we should give that to Bart. Anyway. The HarperCollins Dictionary of Religion. Nice hardback. Another good study tool. The Complete Word Study of the Old Testament. When's this dated? I ain't never heard of that press. You ever heard of that? Zodahites. AMG Publishers. I never heard of that. But the Pictorial Bible Dictionary. This kind of reminds me of a throwback to my childhood too. But look at this. Old school, man. Look at that. Look at that. Got all those old school black and whites. What's this? 1967. 1 year before I was born. That's nice. It's got a topical index. And of course, maps. Woohoo! It's great. Good study book. That's one of my favorites right here. Young's Literal Translation of the Bible. The Old and New Testament. In other words, it doesn't try to simplify it. For example, Genesis opens up in the literal translation. In the beginning of God's preparing the heavens and the earth hath existed waste and void, and darkness on the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God fluttering on the face of the waters. And God saith, Let light be, and light is. See what I'm saying there? It's a literal translation, not interpretation. And I find that very helpful when studying the scriptures. And of course, what bookshelf is complete without the Strong's exhaustive concordance of the Bible? Hardback, 1990 edition. All right, that brings us down here to the bottom shelf, where we have, these are more casual reads again. See, we need to separate those. Jesus Without Religion by Rick James. It's an interesting little read. Under the Overpass by Mike Yakomsky. I did a little video on this one already in the review, but it was good enough to keep around just in case I want to pass it to someone that I find might enjoy it. The God Dog Connection. I think someone actually gave this to me, but you know me nonetheless, right? Puppies and prayer. We'll give that one a read. Oh, and this is a local. This is done by a local art or a local guy. Anyway, it was this guy. He came here, Jeffrey Wolin. Look at this. Autographed, everything. But he came back, what was it, back in the 80s? And took pictures of the neighborhood Pigeon Hill, which is like a low-income neighborhood. And he just like told their stories of these individuals, many of which I know personally. But it's really well done. It tells their stories. You know, going back to then. It's like a photo album of sorts, but with background stories. None of these kids are kids anymore. A lot of them have passed away, unfortunately. And then now, anyway, that's definitely a keeper. This one's Within Reach by Millet. Light little read. This one here is by Mother Teresa of all people, in my own words. But I figured another light read. And I'm not saying this on the slide, but these little books like this, they're great for keeping on the back of the old toilet, you know? Give you something to read while you're on that there throne. And then there's the Gospel of Jesus, In Search of the Original Good News, The Gospel of Jesus by James M. Robinson. Oh, must have been a gift. I'm just going to throw that in the trash. So again, it's a little bit heftier, but it's still a light read. Nice little hardback. Now I think we're getting into more like some copies of the Bibles that I just picked up basically to do reviews of and then hand out. And that's, this one here is, I already know I'm not going to like it. It's The Voice. It's one of those paraphrased ones. So on that alone, I know it's not legit, but is it a good paraphrase? If you're into that, I don't know. Anyway, that's The Voice, New Testament. I grabbed this one up because it's actually a textbook. Student's Life Application Study Bible, and man, it is chock full of good advice. Ooh, what's this? Provenance. Uh-oh. Find this old check. Huh, Farmer's Market. Somebody spent $53 at Farmer's Market. Huh. Somebody left their little notes in there. We'll keep that in there for provenance. I reckon that'd be a good one to give out to somebody, not necessarily homeless because it's hardback, but maybe somebody who's new to the faith or, new to delving into the Bible and applying it to their life. Could be very helpful. So that'd be eventually a giveaway. Another one of those. Eugene H. Peterson, The Message, the Bible in Contemporary Language, the remix. So, I'm going to pick one of these Bibles out to be my yearly Bible read through. This is the one I've been reading through for the last 2 years. It says a 1-year Bible, but once you get through the Bible, then it's got the Apocrypha, and they split it up to last you another year. So it actually comes out to be a 2-year Bible. And to be honest, the first time I read Maccabees was when I read this here. What a fascinating story. So definitely highly recommend. I said I was going to catch folks up about this here 1-year Bible when I did the Bible review back in the day. I'll have to link it up because here's the catch up. Highly recommend. Great read. No footnotes, no frills, any of that. You just read straight through and boom. Good solid Bible. Good solid Bible. Who's this from? It's a Catholic edition and it's the New Revised Standard Version. Highly recommend. It's a great Bible for a read through. So I need to pick another Bible out for a read through. Maybe we'll try one of those paraphrase ones out. Like The Story, for instance. Another paraphrase. And I just grabbed these up at the thrift store, not necessarily to pass out, but just to see what these paraphrases are all about. Do they capture the gospel at least? I know they're not going to capture the full gospel because mainstream Christianity doesn't even deal with the full gospel. They only go with that whole atonement salvation. They don't even cover the rest, let alone the gospel that Yeshua preached, which was what? The coming of the kingdom of God. But we'll see. And look at this one. Slick and New, The Answer, the Holy Bible, a translation for our time with selected writings. Haven't even cracked the plastic off of it yet. So maybe this would be the one. These next three kind of go together because we got this Addiction and Grace. I deal with a lot of people who are dealing with addictions. So I figured we do a little package giveaway to the right individual when they come along. I figured this little combination go great. This little book, Addiction and Grace, light. And then the Life Recovery Bible. And Bill W. That OAA founder, Bill. But that'd be a great little read for anybody who might be struggling with addiction. It's not really that convenient for my homeless outreach ministry just because the bulk. No one wants to carry around books. That's why I get those little Gospels of John, because they're light. No excuse. Look at this one. This is a nicely manufactured one. It's the Charles F. Stanley Life Principles Bible. Know nothing about it. Again, probably be in a future Bible review video. That it looked like it was chock full of footnotes, study notes. Let's see if there's any maps in there. Oh yeah, look at there. Even got some colored maps in there. That's nice. That'll definitely be a few points when we review that one. But look at that. That's a big, bulky, heavy Bible. Got 2 place ribbons. And that's, I think it's a faux leather bound because it's just a paste down interior. Still, good quality Bible. You can see why these are still on my shelves because many of these are just too big and bulky to give out to people living on the streets. Nobody wants to carry that. There's another big bulky one. The New American Bible. Just because I haven't ever did a review or looked into this translation, so I'd like to check that out. Got a lot of provenance in there, folks. That'll be on a future Bible review. Oh, the Catholic Bible. The New American Bible, Catholic Bible. I'm not Catholic, but I like to have them laying around, different translations. That's a big thick one too. Some of these I can put into the free library, which we're gonna do because I'm getting rid of some of this stuff. Not a whole lot, but that Bart Ehrman, it can go because I'm really not interested in the thing he has to say. He's a mediocre scholar, but he's a great apostate. I ain't got no time for that. Oh, here we go, because everybody's always talking about the comparison. You know, Jesus went to India, lived in Buddha, lived in Christ. But I thought I'd check out, see what people's got to say. I don't always just stick to my, people that agree with my opinions or my outlook. I like to challenge myself and go see what those opposing viewpoints are and those opposing arguments and if they have any sustenance or anything to offer. So, that being said, I got me some copies of the Quran, and then we got another copy of the Quran that says the Clear Quran, which I suspect is a much easier to understand version. I'm vaguely familiar with the Quran, but I figured, in today's modern age with the Muslim faith on the rise, again, you got to know your opponents, your enemies, and your adversaries. Oh, and here we go, the Book of Mormon. Yeah, the Book of Mormon. You know what I'm talking about, the Book of Mormon. Need I say more? We will feature it on a future Bible review, but need I say more? For research purposes only, folks. Such as the New World Translation of the Holy Scriptures. You know what that is? That's in their Jehovah Witnesses. I spent some time with a little Jehovah's Witness gal down in Arizona a number of years ago when I was still wallowing in sin and debauchery. Let me tell you, we go to that Kingdom Hall on the weekend, but boy, we's doing drugs all week long. I'll say this much for the Jehovah's Witnesses. They really take a part to their study time. Too bad they don't study the actual Bible and what it says. Oh, and this one's just for the giggles of it. Our Incoming World Government, God's Kingdom. Another Jehovah's Witness publication. All right, we got that all out of there, so let's wipe it down. Clean her up. How y'all doing out there? I hope you're having a beautiful and blessed day. You must be bored half to pieces to be watching this. But I thank you for being here. Even the dogs went over and went to sleep. They're not even interested. So if you're here watching this, big props. Look at that. It's been a while since I've done that. Woo-wee. All right. Now I got to put this all back. That about does it for that shelf. These other shelves, well, they're full of, little memorabilia odds and ends. What my grandma used to call whatnots and such. That graphic novel was from one of our subscribers here. There are comic books down here. Our psychologist light. That's as close as I'm going to get to any therapist. That's me as a dunny. Antique bicycle tube repair kit. That's about it. The rest of that's Bibles. This is the little studio recording space. So thank you for joining me here today, my friends and family. For those of you that stuck around for this here video. Alright, that's all there is to see. So why don't you go ahead and get off of here and Go read your Bible.